Race number 5 here at Ascot. It's the National Apprentices Challenge over the 1600 metres, a Class 5 handicap. And Mark, great event to have all of these apprentices here in town and getting their opportunity.
Yeah, from all across the country and the state, of course. But Adam, Touch of Silver does look very hard to beat. But in an apprentices race such as this, a few apprentices coming over who've never ridden the course before, could be a really tricky affair. Our replay horse, though, is number 4, Maximus Mac, winning last start.
Then Scarlet Speedster, Maximus Mac led at the cutaway. Checkers going up near the fence, 2 lengths. Fremont, then Boom Boom Bang. Mitchell went to work. Maximus Mac is the leader, 150 from home. He's stolen the march on them. He looked home and he's going to break his drought today. They're queuing up for the minors, but Maximus Mac too good. Maximus Mac breaks his drought after 820.
Nice performance by Maximus Mac. Was able to jump from that outside barrier and get into a nice position and then kick at the top of the straight, which was really good. And Wally and Aaron Mitchell both mentioned after that race that normally he waits for the horses to run along, and all of a sudden he just did it himself. The form lines prior to that suggest that this horse was going to be very hard to beat in that round. Burgio, What Did You Do, and Politics as well. Barrier 9, 55.5 kilos. Not a crazy amount of speed in the race. I think they'll be able to go quite well here.
Yeah, could bowl along there. Number 2, Touch of Silver, the one we mentioned, will be very hard to beat and at the top of a lot of betting markets, Adam. But Shirley Ma jumps on, the Tasmanian apprentice. Interesting to see. She's on the best horse, so interesting to see how she rides it around a course that she'd be quite unfamiliar with.
Yep, sit and steer. That's going to be my instructions if I was Jeff Durant and Jason Miller. This horse is the best in the race by an absolute country mile, and she doesn't need to do anything other than stay out of trouble. If she does that, I just can't see how this horse is going to be beaten.
I couldn't agree more. Number 5, Saxonic Jack. Taylor Stone takes off a couple of kilos here for Tamika Brown. She didn't mind the run last start behind Barzinho and was held up for a good portion of the straight. Got out and ran on really strongly. I think here from barrier 3, Taylor Stone can ride the cold race and be there in the finish.
Well, there's a couple of positives here. Taylor Stone from here in the west, which I know is why you don't mind this galloper at all on the run. And then with the only 1.8 lengths behind Barzinho, those form lines are going to hold up. This horse ran on strongly. That's going to be a bonus as well. So I think you can definitely have it in your numbers with 52.5 kilos. But for mine, the best bet of the day does come here with number 2, Touch of Silver. From 3, Awesome As, 4, Maximus Mac, and number 7, Captain Bonehead.
Yes, I got a few reservations about this race. A few apprentices from all over the country not knowing how to ride the tricky Ascot track. So I've gone with number 5, Saxonic Jack, Taylor Stone aboard. From number 2 there, Touch of Silver, 3, Awesome As, and 4, Maximus Mac.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It's a Class 1 handicap over the 1600 metres. And this is a really even affair when you go through the form lines. A couple of these have gone head-to-head in recent times, and there hasn't been much between any of them.
No, there hasn't. Our replay horse, though, is Big Cabbage. Ran 3rd last start behind Melting Point.
Followed by Sister Benny. Big Cabbage coming to the outside at the 250. Bushfire Blonde challenged by Gonzo's Girl. Melting Point coming around their heels, sets after them. Big Cabbage running on. Bushfire Blonde. Gonzo's Girl won't go away. Melting Point keeps coming, and so does Big Cabbage. Big Cabbage coming at Melting Point, who'd hit the lead. Melting Point, Big Cabbage, Miss Mika getting through late, but Melting Point.
Nice performance there by Big Cabbage, running on strongly, and this horse has really started to live up the expectations I think a couple of people had of this horse through the early on campaign. Just hasn't had a lot of luck earlier, but starting to show that now. I think the one that you have to like from that run as well, though, is Gonzo's Girl. They went head-to-head in that replay, and now William Pike takes the ride on Gonzo's Girl, which for mine is a big improvement there. So there wasn't too much between those two from last run. I don't think there would be too much between them either, but I'm going to back in William Pike and lean towards Gonzo's Girl.
Yeah, it was a really tough effort, wasn't it, after sitting on speed. William Pike jumps on here, as I mentioned, the beneficiary today of a lot of nice pickup rides. Adam, Gonzo's Girl, even that form behind Hakuna Matata, where it was well beaten. There have actually been some decent form lines out of that race. The Trap for Fools and the other galloper that was second on that occasion as well, the Alan McAllister runner, which eludes me for the second. But look, it looks to be really nice form.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to hold up in a race like this. I don't think it's too strong. Look, I think probably Parading has the best form lines in the race, but outside of that, everything is almost provincial type of form line. So I expect those two to run a really nice race.
Gee, let's hope that Bocount can find the form that we thought would make him into a serious kind of galloper. Of course, won on debut over 1650 metres, 4th in a Belmont Guinea. I think they're trying to retrain him now to sit off the speed and sprint rather than go towards the front. Let's hope he can show his best here. But let's touch on Parading as well. A brilliant run in the 3-year-old Magic Millions, but hasn't really put it on the board yet.
Yeah, look, I've got such a big opinion of this horse, and I think it showed its form last start when only beaten 2.5 lengths by Key Lister. It beat some serious horses home on that occasion. Carrying the 55 kilos was a really nice run. I think it's a genuine Saturday horse to be winning good races as well. Love that it's going out to the 1600 metres. They're finally starting to find the right distance here, and with the 3 kilo claim. I think Parading's going to be really hard to beat in the race. I've got it on top from number 11, Gonzo's Girl, 6 Big Cabbage, and number 8, Plain Vital.
I've got number 11 on top here, Gonzo's Girl, the William Pike factor, ahead of number 6, Big Cabbage, dead heated for third on that occasion at Bunbury. From number 5, Roth to Toff, and 7, Celtic Wizard.
Final race of the day here at Ascot. It is over the 2200 metres, a staying event, and Mark, it looks to be a pretty even one.
It sure does, Adam. Usually they are always even events, but the form into this race is very even as well. So don't be surprised if there is about $5 available about the favourite and the rest of the field. But Adam, our replay horse, the last start winner, Regal Rogue, winning at Bunbury.
Perfect. Rose Hall's going to ride for a bit of luck. He's got the cutaway there in front of him as he asked for the big effort. Down to the 250. Black Chant, the leader. Down the outside, Master Magician. Crinkle Cut battling. Down the outside, Regal Rogue coming quickly. It's Regal Rogue right up near the outside. Going up with Crinkle Cut, Black Chant and Miss Meeker in the middle. Regal Rogue deep out. Crinkle Cut went to the line. Regal Rogue.
Really good performance there by Regal Rogue. It certainly had the form lines on the board to produce a run like that. Had the 3 kilo claim as well. Does have to carry the full 58.5 here though, and from Barry Ford should get a nice run.
Yeah, it should. Another last start winner in the race, Adam, is Tommy Toucan. Beat home Bonsignor on that occasion. It was disappointing. Didn't pull up with any abnormalities, but Tommy Toucan, it was a really nice win.
Yeah, it's a non-winner as Tommy Toucan, so to win by 4.5 lengths, hopefully they get a bit of confidence from this. I go back to the run behind At The Ready. William Pike took Kate Whitten's run on that occasion and was able to beat it by 1.5 lengths, but look where At The Ready is running in the WATC Derby. So I think with William Pike on board, Tommy Toucan's a real chance in this race.
Another really nice pickup ride there for William Pike. Right down the bottom there, number 12, Outspoken Duke, about a 50 to 1 shot. A whole swag of gear changes here. Blinkers off, winkers on, lugging bit off and bubble cheeker off. Different rider on as well. Troy Turner rides for Robert and Todd Harvey. Look, the son of Duke of Marmalade's always wanted further. It gets out to 2200 metres for the first time this preparation. Just think a different rider on, and these gear changes could switch him on and could get him to run out the trip faster than the rest.
If he's at 50 to 1, I'll be intrigued to see how long he lasts at that price. But look, I know we've both been wanting this horse to get out to the distance. It's been something we've talked about in every preview, that the 14 and 1600 metres just doesn't seem to be what he wants. I think out at this trip now, last run behind in the 2000 metres was an improvement, so it should be fitter for that. It should be better at the 2200 metres. I don't have it in my numbers, but if it's at that price, I'd certainly be willing to have a bet. I'm going to go with number 4, Tommy Toucan, from 1, Rosewood Hill, 3, Culverin, and 5, Miss Meeker.
I've got number 12 on top, Outspoken Duke. Will start at very, very rough odds. From number 1, Rosewood Hill, 2, Regal Rogue, and 6, Bonsignor.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets of the day, and I'm going to start with race number 1 and throw in number 4, Blackline, and then to the Apprentices Challenge. I think it's a really nice ride here for Touch of Silver, which should be too good.
Yes, Adam, I'll follow you in here with Blackline, and I'll also go race 2, number 3, Delaney, after a really nice trial.
As we always do say, you can follow us on social media. You can see them on screen at the moment. PerthRacing.com.au for all of your event information. Don't forget this Saturday, WATC Derby, black and white. We look forward to seeing you out there, and of course we'll be previewing that later on in the week as well. Hopefully found you a couple of winners. We'll see you later on.